Howdy there, YouTube world, man. It's me. I'm still Uno. I got my homeboy
FezTrombone.
FezTrombone.
Don't let him get you fucked up.
It's just me trying to bring out the trapper in here. But yeah, man, like thanks so much for agreeing to do this, man, for coming through to my wrist plug entry number 5, man. And we're talking about
5 is actually my favorite number. I didn't know it was number 5.
Is it? Look at God. Today is actually the first time in both of our lives that we are meeting each other. We just stumbled
in the days of our lives.
Like we follow each other on Twitter. We both really like to make music, and it just happened, man, naturally, man. So thanks so much, FezTrombone.
Pause.
I'll tell you something. Today's risk that I'm talking about, that I took, is the whole world knows that I made a maybe rash decision in leaving my employment so abruptly, and I'm in this situation where I don't know where to go from here, but I'm like, damn, on the side, I know I still love to do music, and I don't know where or how far I can even take it. So I took 250 of my very few rands and I invested them in an online course to learn mixing and mastering via Logic. I can make the beats, I can rap, but what I need is help with the mixing and mastering. Let me tell you why. So many times I've met cats that, yeah, we do mixing and mastering. I paid one dude 650. It was half of
the amount that he wanted.
But in the end I didn't get the project back.
The beat was half of the quality you expected.
It didn't. My version sounded better.
Wow.
And I spent a lot of time thinking about, let me get somebody. Then other people are confusing me with like, why does it have to be perfect? It's like, no, I want it to sound a certain way. This is my story.
Nigga, it's gotta be perfect.
No, not perfect. It's my story. Like if I want you to read my book and I want pictures in my book, nigga, they're gonna be pictures in my book. Because that's how I want to tell you my story. It's how I want you.
That's how I was saying. It's gotta be perfect.
Yeah.
Fuck the bullshit. If that shit sounds a little bit off, we're redoing it. We're like, yo man, nah.
So that was my reasoning. It's like, okay, fine. The chances are, if I really excel at this, then I could even make it an income stream. That's investing in myself. I know a lot of other people who might want their music to be mixed and mastered. This nigga. This nigga asked me a question. He's like, so if you had Snoop Dogg in your crib, you wouldn't let Snoop smoke? I was like, okay, good point. So go ahead, do your thing, man. I'm just like gonna continue.
I love the way I just got compared to Snoop Dogg.
Hey, you never know, Brian. You never know. I took the risk. I paid that money online. I'm being tutored by some dude in Britain, England. Coincidentally, this is how I feel like I made a good decision, because the day I bought that class, the following day, it was back to being $2,000. So I feel like shit. Damn, that's that intuition again, and I feel like intuition and risk have a relationship.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
They have a relationship.
You need to know when you take your shot.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about that a bit and be like, fuck, man, like we're putting so much money into this, and money is tight. Not just in our pockets, but even in the goddamn economy.
Generally,
life. How are we gonna get what we want out of what we've put in?
I don't know. I feel like
that's the frightening thing.
The only way, to be honest with you, there is a way. I actually do have a way for that shit to happen. But the only plausible strategy of doing it is collaboratively, because out of all the people that I know and all the people that you know, there's probably somebody that knows how to make a site or an app or some shit. And if you can be able to have a site or an app that is used by maybe a group of 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 artists, these 30 artists are all pushing and promoting this app. Now, aside from your selling of your music, just on the app or on the site, you can commercialize that, because these people are bringing in different numbers. Someone might be bringing in 200, someone might be bringing in 100, someone might be bringing in, and there are brands that are always looking for eyes. Though, yeah, we want people to see our shit. So, align that app or that site with those brands. The same way that Spotify is doing it. It's just that, it has no benefit for the artist on Spotify. So we need our own Spotify. The only way we're gonna have that is if we collaborate with other people. Like, we need to start playing together as kids that are in the creative sphere,
Yeah.
the animator, the designer, the graphic designer, the whatever, and we all join and make this one thing that is going to be this.
Like that Pro Era collective, Pro Era is like a gang of a lot of different artists.
Types of art, and they all come together and they make this.
Yeah.
Or like good music. Good music is also a good example, because it's like, good music is good music, but it's also got Virgil Abloh, it's got the design, it's got, it's got like, because it's that thing. It's like, I'm a singer, I'm an instrumentalist, I'm a rapper, you're a rapper, and this all has to do with clothing. It all has to do with it all has to do with like things that are commerciable. It all has to do with lighters. It all has to do with Rizzlers and scissors and
things you can sell.
Everything that's in my life is a product, and that's why I made I Am. It's just, for me, it's sort of like a Bible for me to read, to know that, because I say shit there that's not to you, it's to myself. I say shit that's like,
I feel that so much. I feel like one reason why I could never stop rapping is because my raps are prophetic to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some things that I've written that I've only understood 2-3 months later. Like, oh, that's what I meant. I don't, like, it's blowing my mind. Like, that's a punchline. Like, the punchline is, we do punchlines every day. I just mean, like,
the fact
the context of the story. Yeah. Overall. Like, I wrote that line, feel the fear, take the risk. That was like a few December. And then now we're in this situation. Like, but how? So I get that. And when you talk about
conscience is always conscious.
Yeah, I like that.
That's something I learned.
The conscious is always conscious. Bars.
Yeah, like bars. Your intuition always knows something is flawed even before you cognitively realize that, oh shit, something is wrong. Like, some other time you get scared before something bad happens. That's your system being aware before you are even aware of some shit happening. It's like, just touched on, that's why I freestyle. Because I learn shit. Like, when I go back and I listen to this shit, I'm like, oh shit, like, I was thinking on this level.
No, it's
I wasn't even conscious at the time that I was thinking on that level.
It's crazy that people they just look at you pursuing this interest of yours, and they just, look at him wasting his time rapping. But they don't understand how deep it is for you, that to the extent that if you weren't making the music that you're making, you would actually be wasting your time.
Or I'd be a serial killer or something horrible.
I wanted to touch on what you mentioned about collab. Like for me, I also made that decision. I think if it's about numbers and like generating genuine interest in what you're doing, it is in your best interest to work with people, you know. So I mean, that's part of the reason why you're here, you know. Like we made a jam. In fact, the beat playing, produced it right here, you know. And you know, I met you from Twitter. I've got another artist I met on Twitter. His name is True. I produced True's entire EP. He doesn't have a project, never put a project together. You know, I gave him 5 beats of mine that were just gathering dust. You know, now he's got a project on iTunes, and you know, he can make a bit of money. I've got these other 2 girls that I met online as well. I haven't met them physically yet, but we've had like calls, IG Live, exchanging, communicating, and I think that's one good way of like developing maybe a sustainable way of making this a career, like what you're saying. Because I don't know if any label is gonna come down from, you know, New York and be like, oh, Fez,
first and foremost, like,
here's $1 million, nigga.
which labels, which labels do you know that are like still like making money, like Interscope, apart from it, like Interscope, Sony, and
I don't know. I don't even know the labels. I just know. I don't know the labels on the labels. I just know that label.
It's like, I understand that there are artists that are famous, and there's certain brackets of sales that they can reach. You know what I'm saying? Like Spotify monthly listeners or whatever. I get that, and I think it's sort of necessary for the culture as well. But there's also a necessity for people like me or like you in the culture. People that, yes, we're doing it for the money, but the money isn't the focal point. Like
the money isn't the reason we're doing it. We're doing it for the money, but it's not the reason.
Nah, that's probably maybe a lighthearted way of even putting it.
Yeah.
We're doing it before the money, but we're good either way. Like,
it's also for sanity.
Yeah, like I'm good either way. Like that's where my mind is at. It's like, whether I make R1 million out of music or I make R0, I'm good either way. Like, I'm still gonna do music. Like, it's the most logical thing that my mind resorts to.
And not doing music would be a risk that you're not prepared to take. FezTrombone, thanks so much for coming through, man. Risk vlog entry number 5, your favorite number. I appreciate it so much, man. Like, for real.
My favorite track on my EP too, nigga, number 5, nigga.
Oh yeah, maybe you can take some time to talk a bit about it, like promote it a bit, bro. Come on.
Alright.
The opportunity maybe to get a few new.
Yo, concentrate. My name is FezTrombone.
FezTrombone.
I'm very controversial.
He plays trombone.
If you don't know me, I'm very controversial. I put a song out on Soundcloud. It's called Spotify. It's on this project that we're talking about. I am. It's basically talking about why we're talking about, like, why I have to pay Spotify to play my shit when I'm the one that's gonna be marketing people to go to Spotify to listen to my shit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for swearing so much. I do a lot of hip hop and I listen to a lot of
don't know. This is music. It's a journal, Brian. You just.
Alright. So yeah.
So how did they get the project?
I get the project by getting my number on SoundCloud. My number is on that fucking project on SoundCloud. That shit is my number. That shit on that 084 whatever. That's my number. But don't be calling me. I don't like phone calls like that.
I'll put a link to your SoundCloud in the description of this video. So if you want to find out and hear more about what FezTrombone is up to and what he's about, for real, he's a great musician. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man.
It's been great.
We had face masks. It's just it got hot. You know what I'm saying? So forgive. We were sanitizing.